That doggone Mr. Charlie is at it again. Mr. Charlie hit me up this morning. He said, Andrew! I said, what's up, Mr. Charlie? He said, I got a couple of lanes on the East Coast. We want you to go out there and handle over the winter time. I said, cool, what you got, Mr. Charlie? He said, I got a couple of lanes coming out of Virginia. They're going all over the East Coast, man. You know, 5 different places, maybe 10 different places. I said, cool, Mr. Charlie, what the product is. He tell me the product. I said, yeah, we can handle that, Mr. Charlie, no problem. He said, cool, Andrew. I'm going to send you the lanes in the email. Just send me your race back. I said, all right, Mr. Charlie, no problem. I get on Google Maps after he sent the email. I put in the pickup location and all the different destinations. See how many miles it is. 100 miles, 110 miles, all the way up to about, I don't know, 200-300 miles, however many miles it was. So I sent him my rates back, flat rates. Sent him the flat rates back. Mr. Charlie get the email. He said, oh, we don't pay flat rate over here, Andrew. We only pay per ton. I said, that's no problem, Mr. Charlie. Yeah, if you want, I can send it back per ton, but it's still gonna equal out to, you know, these flat rates right here. I mean, you know, we can do it per ton, but the difference is, you know, if I charge you per ton like you want, you know, depending on what day it is and if it's the weekend or if it's the night, you know, 24 tons, because that's what we basically haul, 24 tons to be legal. 24 tons can easily go up to 28 tons, like I said, depending on the time of day, is DOT awake, you know, that type of stuff, you know, so, but, yeah, you know, I give it back to you per ton. So I go back to the calculator and, you know, pretty much I give them the per ton rate. Now, what Mr. Charlie don't already know is I got a lane right now that I'm on right now filling up the silos. Well, I charge them $40 a ton. $40 times to, what is this, 24 tons? It's about $1,000. 960, you know, but, you know, well, yeah, like I said, per ton, tons fluctuate, but we're just gonna say $1,000. So I'm already getting the $40 for about 120 miles, okay? So, anyways, I hit him back with the per ton rate. Mr. Charlie goes, oh, we got carriers doing this for half the cost. I said, here go Mr. Charlie with this nonsense. Here you go with this nonsense. I hit up Mr. Charlie. I said, oh, okay, well, send me your carrier rates and let me see what I can do. Mr. Charlie sent me some rates back 50% off from what I just sent him. I look at the rates, I said, $16, $17. I said, Mr. Charlie, did you do the math on this? Did you just type this, or is this what they actually hollering for? Did you just come up with this, you know, like right off the top of your head? I don't think you didn't calculate this, Mr. Charlie. You know, that's what I'm thinking. So I pull out my calculator and, you know, I type in, you know, $16 times 24. I'm like, wait a minute, this ain't nothing but $396. Type in $17 times 24. Like $400-something, and we talking about 110 miles. You got to go get loaded, go out 110, and then once you unload, you got to come back 110 because you got to come back to get reloaded for the next load. Now, like I said, my current rate right now on the lane that I'm on is $40 a ton. Mr. Charlie is more than 50% below. Mr. Charlie damn near what? 55-60% off of what I'm doing right now. Anyways, I hit Mr. Charlie back. I said, look at Mr. Charlie, I understand you don't want to pay everybody right now hauling for the free and not the fee. Mr. Charlie, look here, we run a for-profit business. We don't do anything non-profit. We don't engage in any type of activities that involves us not making a profit. We don't compete. We really don't participate in any type of bidding wars, because when you start bidding on lanes and things like that, you typically gonna go at the lowest bid. And you know, we got standard rates over here, Mr. Charlie. So, you know, we definitely appreciate you sending those other carrier rates back, Mr. Charlie. But we're going to stick to our rates, Mr. Charlie. And the reason we're going to stick to our rates is because, see, Mr. Charlie, when you take this $16 and times it by 24, that's, about $396. But see, Mr. Charlie, if I get on DAT load board and just look up TQL, one of the cheapest, brokers you could possibly be running for right now. If I just call them up, and let's say I just get an empty trailer load in the area. Let's say TQL need me to move an empty trailer about 20 miles down the road, Mr. Charlie. For $396, they'll pay me to move an empty trailer down the road. An empty trailer, drive-in too, Mr. Charlie. So, you're asking us to get loaded with your product, drive 110 miles, pull out damn near 20 feet of hose, turn on our $10,000 pneumatic blower, and unload this trailer, Mr. Charlie. We got wear and tear, maintenance. We can blow a hose. The blower requires oil and regular maintenance. You want us to do all this for the price of what we can just make more profit. It's definitely more profit just on the empty trailer. And you telling me that, all the other carriers is doing it, Mr. Charlie? Yeah, we're just gonna stick to our rates, Mr. Charlie. And if you don't like our rates, then I think you definitely should stick to all of the other carriers. Just give them to NetChill, Mr. Charlie. You'll be calling us back because by NetChill they should be out of business hauling for free. No, this is free, Mr. Charlie. No, this is hauling these loads. Like I said, 110 miles out, 110 miles back. Turn on a $10,000 pneumatic blower and pulling out 20 feet of hose. Mrs. Charlie, no, they'll be out of business. No, they'll be out of business. $16 a ton, they'll be out of business, Mr. Charlie. So you gonna call us back anyways? Yeah, if they truly running for these rates right here. And let me guess, if they running for these rates anyway, Mr. Charlie, you said $16 a ton. So you want us, really you want us to be below these rates, right? Yeah, you want us to be even lower than this. So 16 really can go down to 10. $10 times 24 is yeah, we run it for free, and we don't, like I said, Mr. Charlie, we just don't engage in any type of free activities. We leave that up to the competition. That's why competition is good, Mr. Charlie. It's just like cutting grass. I used to cut grass, Mr. Charlie, when I was younger, $20 a front yard. Nowadays, heck no. Hey, you want your grass cut? Minimum $70. Mr. Charlie, $70. We don't do no $20 cuts around here, Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie, check this out, Mr. Charlie. Call up any grass cutting company in America. Tell them you got a basic front yard, basic 3-bedroom house, not that much of a yard, just a little square yard, and see if they gonna come cut your grass for $20, Mr. But I used to get my grass cut for $20 back in the day. That's the problem, Mr. Charlie. That was back in the day, baby. Inflation, baby. $20. That may only get me a gallon of fuel, Mr. Charlie Hill, as you talking about, right? Mr. Charlie said, I understand, Andrew. We're gonna go back to the drawing board on this and hit you up tomorrow morning. You do that, Mr. Charlie. You do it. We just gonna stick with our race, Mr. Charlie. Yeah, we don't, like I said, Mr. Charlie, we don't run a non-profit. We don't run an almost for profit. We don't run a freaking barely any profit. We don't do any of those types of businesses. We for profit, and quite frankly, Mr. Charlie, I don't know if you know or not, but there's plenty of other work out there besides these lanes that you offer, Mr. Charlie. So you also need to compete. You need to compete with everybody else out here that's shipping product that wants to pay, Mr. Charlie. Yeah, everybody else, see, Mr. Charlie, we don't have to come down on our prices, because if you don't want to pay our fee, there's a lot of other shippers that will. Oh, by the way, Mr. Charlie, Mr. Charlie Jr. over here is already giving us what we want right now. So we're going to leave it at that right there. And Mr. Charlie will come back in the morning and he'll have his act together.